Well, to break this down further, I am joined by the co-executive director of the Law Enforcement Action Group, Jason Reed. Jason, thank you very, very much. When you, as we all did, had to sit through for quite a while of people saying, look, come on, these people all deserve our compassion. These people are all fleeing horrific circumstances and stuff. Were you sitting there thinking, well, hang on a minute, I know for a fact that a lot of them are involved in organised crime?
One of the things that you always find when is an illicit trade, so the drug trade has been illicit in this country for the last 50 years, is that there'll always be a person to fill the gap. So we saw it in Prohibition in America. That's why we've got Al Capone. And we're seeing it now. It's happened, as you mentioned, it was Vietnam gangs that were doing it. It's now transitioned to Albanians. And if we don't have Albanians controlling it, there'll be someone else. And this is because we've got such a lucrative trade that in this country alone is worth about 10 billion that's going to organised crime. So what do we do to solve that? This is the reason when we have got emplacements around the world like Germany that have just regulated their cannabis system, one of the main things that always gets flagged up is that regulation is a tool against organised crime. So if you want to take the profits away, there's only one way we can do that.
Yeah, I do get all of that in terms of, if we legalise the white stuff and the green stuff, then maybe it would stop this illegal trade in it. But at the same time, though, it's not just that element that the Albanian gangs are involved with. It's not just the drugs trade, it's other elements as well. And they appear, my understanding anyway, is that they appear to be pretty violent and using extreme scare tactics. In fact, there are videos now on TikTok of torture. They kind of muscle in a way that maybe other gangs don't do. Just talk to me about that.
I think that we're only getting to grips with what the illegal drug trade is doing because of social media and the way that the media works in general, and also things like Netflix, the way that we got dramatisations. If you look at the membership of the organisation that I represent, Law Enforcement Action Partnership, one of the main people that come forward to say that our drug laws don't work and the exploitation that go with the drug laws is the undercover operatives. So we've got Neil Woods, we've got people that I can't even mention because they're in witness protection. Yeah. These are the people that come forward that have seen from undercover operations what goes on with regards to exploitation, torturing. And this has been going on for decades. It really has. But we're getting to grips with it now because it's becoming more prominent. And it's getting worse because it's only going to get more worse all the while that we have got a lucrative trade. The profits are going up, which means the exploitation tactics are going up. That's never going to get solved all while we have this prohibition.
Look, I've got to be honest with you. I'm very, very sceptical as to about exactly how much these people are being exploited. They must know that if you're an Albanian chap and you want to come to the UK and you're speaking to other people in the UK, that they are involved in the drugs trade, and therefore they are coming knowing and volunteering to be a part of an organised crime gang that deals in human misery. I mean, is there exploitation here, or are we just importing criminals?
It's about what also the criminals, as we say, are doing to citizens as well. So there's a practice called cuckooing. So the gangs will put pressure on people that are vulnerable, potentially disabled people that have already got a connection to the cannabis trade. They're applying pressure to grow in the houses of those domestic setups. And this is always going to be the case again because of the way that the trade works. There's going to be exploitation, there's going to be coercion, but there's also going to be people that are going to be doing this because they know the profit's there. And there's no way of getting around from that because, as you said, it goes back to the profits go back to Albania, the profit goes back to Vietnam. The profits, unfortunately, are going outside of this country, which is why people like myself are always going to be campaigning for a regulated system.
Yeah, OK, fair enough. Jason, thank you very much. Great to have you on the show. I think I've spoken to you before. I'll have to speak to you again soon. Co-executive director there of the Law Enforcement Action Group. Revealing stuff, this people. I would hope that we've had a little chat already at the top of this hour. The two key points from Suella Braverman's speech and questions in the House of Commons were about whether or not we are being invaded. According to Out Mehmet, the head of Migration Watch UK, we essentially are, certainly when you look at the dictionary definition of it, which is an unwelcome intrusion into another's domain. Well, there we go. And whether or not we should be holding our hands up now and stopping this ridiculous gaslighting from the other side of the chamber in the House of Commons that all of these people are refugees and asylum seekers with good intentions.